Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I am sitting down with Craig Blatchley and Daniel Brock from Blatchley Power. I had the opportunity to meet these guys last week at the Hilton Head Economic Development Corporation's Bring Your Business to Life contest. And they stood up with this invention to create renewable energy with water. And I was just amazed. So congratulations on being brilliant inventors, by the way.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Tell us a little bit about your invention.
Yeah, it's a way to generate clean, renewable electric power and lifts water without the use of electric pumps. It's a simple rocking design that uses the weight of the water to generate mechanical energy.
So the water comes in and moves something that you invented.
It simply rocks back and forth and generates mechanical energy. And it's very safe and very simple. It doesn't pollute the water at all.
That, I remember that. They talked about that, and somebody asked that, like, what happens to the water?
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah, we're only using it to generate mechanical energy.
So for the weight, you're just using it for the weight?
Yep. Yeah.
How did this come into your brain? Like, how do you come up with something like this?
I actually woke up in the middle of the night, late one night in 2000, and from a dream, and it was awe-inspiring, life-changing. I actually went outside, looked up at the sky, and said, "What just happened?" And I went inside and started drawing blueprints. And after a few weeks, I realized its importance, and I sent it off to a nuclear engineer, and he said this was incredible. Find a patent engineer and a patent attorney and engineer and build this. And I then contacted the governor's office, who got me in touch with the Small Business Development, who then got me in touch with USC, who helped kickstart things.
Okay.
And then one thing led into the next.
So you have your utility patent, or it's pending?
Yes. In December 15th, 2015, we received our patent.
Yeah.
That was an exciting day.
Yeah, it was. It's been about 3 years for that to happen.
You were talking a little bit the other night about the cost of the electricity that this invention produces and comparing it to some of the other options we have to create electricity. Can you talk a little bit towards that?
Sure.
Yeah, so when we look at different power plants, we look at how much they cost to actually build it, how much power they make, and then maintenance, upkeep. So, you know, obviously we want to compare to like nuclear, one of the biggest, you know, the biggest money makers. But it's like
biggest pollutant too. There's a lot of issues that come with that.
They're one of the lowest actually as far as carbon emissions.
Okay.
They're very clean. They just put off like steam, but then you've got uranium.
The removal and storage of
waste.
Nuclear waste.
Right.
A lot of waste. So we feel like we're very competitive, that we can keep up with what the market's doing.
So what's the plan? You have one built, is that correct?
we completed a prototype, and it took us about 6 months to complete. And so we finished that, and then I met engineer Daniel Brock, who helped get things rolling for me. And
we spent about 3 or 4 years designing it in the computer, in CAD, and all different types of models, and sometimes we went way off. We're like, no, this isn't right. We got to get back on track, and so that saved us a lot of time and money from actually physically building different units and trying it. So when it came down to actually building the unit we wanted, we had it completely. We had every little hole marked where we wanted to drill a hole, and had everything lined up. And so the unit we actually built was completely adjustable. It has, you know, little screw holes all in it, and we can make it longer, taller, wider, and we can just play around, and we stick a garden hose in it and make it start running.
We can actually generate we can make hydraulic power, compressed air, anything for mechanical energy.
Are you running anything off of this on a regular basis?
No, our prototype is just to show proof of concept.
Yeah, we actually have an alternator from a car on it with some spinning lights and stuff. It looks pretty cool, but yeah.
But eventually we like to build a pilot plant to demonstrate the technology. Yeah, so if someone would like to, you know, one built in their country or their county, we could take them to our pilot plant, demonstrate the technology for them, and show them.
Well, these two guys are certainly on task to change the way we light up our world. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with this really what could be world-changing invention.
Thank you.
That wraps up today's Talk of the Town. Have a great week.